Yes,
All right,
we're
it's,
recording.
March 14th meeting of the Town of Fairfield Golf Commission, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. I will quick attendance for the people on the phone. Is it just Anthony on the phone, or is there?
No, there are other people on the phone, but I do see Anthony. I just don't know if Peter's on the phone.
8277. He texted me too.
887-257-8877?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter?
Yes, dear.
He's here.
All
Okay,
right.
I just
Let's
unmuted.
take a quick attendance. This is Keith Marion, the chair.
Peter Secret,
Mike Harrington,
Christine Hogan.
Mike Feinstein,
Bob Biganet.
Priscilla Schultz.
Liam Hearn.
And Anthony, are you on the phone?
Yep, I'm here, Anthony.
All right, Anthony Calabrese. And Peter Grace, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Great. I think that is everybody.
Yeah.
All right. First order will be to act on the minutes from our last meeting in February. Any comments or questions on the minutes? All right. Hearing none, I will take a motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve.
All right.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Sounds unanimous. All right. Staff reports. Bob, what do you want to talk about?
Hello, everyone. I don't have too much report. We're getting close to opening, hopefully very soon. Of course, it does need a little more love before we're ready, but we're close, I think. Pete will definitely address that. The other thing I'd like to do is say I think 4UP's going pretty good. I looked at the numbers today. We had about 600 residents that have been able to get their ID/passes. And of that 600, I'd say about 65-70% were able to do it online. So we're moving in the right direction there. I do think the next week or so when we start opening up that there's going to be a little more of a crunch. But I'm well prepared. I got stuff posted and handouts ready, and we're going to just do our best.
Quick question on 4UP. Does every person need, because before you used to be able to do it kind of like under the family.
Correct.
Does every person now need an individual account with an individual
Correct.
email?
Correct.
All right. Even kids?
Yep.
Like my 10-year-old, I got to put in her
Yep.
email and stuff like that?
Yep.
Okay. So I got to get her.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure.
That's their way of, I think, creating a better database.
Yeah. No, that's great.
But that is a change. That's been a hurdle.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's been a hurdle for people.
I didn't realize it was for minor children also.
Yeah, because I started doing it. I did it for my son, got him logged in, but I did it through his, and then Maeve, my daughter, has email. But then I was like, I should double check with Bob to see if I need.
I will
to.
check to see if there's a way around it, but
That's fine. I'm just curious because somebody else is going to run into the same issue.
No, I've already had.
Yeah.
You have to use you can only use, was only one email allowed?
Per account.
Exactly.
Yeah, I tried to do it and said this email already has an account.
Yeah.
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 So
It's like a
that's
unique
fine.
ID thing.
Yeah.
Bob, what about the driving range?
I think it'll open sooner than later. It still had snow on it today, if you can believe it. But my big concern is the balls, when they go underground, you lose them.
Oh, yeah.
And the current state of golf ball, range balls, ability to get them is very challenging in the marketplace.
Really?
I ordered way ahead of time, so we're going to be okay. But they're 53 cents a ball, as I told you, and if you're charging $6 for 48 and you lose 20 of them, not good math.
Yeah, good.
Right.
But I think if the weather holds the way it's looking, then we're going to be open pretty soon.
What about the golf carts? What's the status?
I would have to leave that up to Anthony. I think we're moving along nicely. I do think we're out in front of that.
Well, that's a good transition. Anthony, you want to give your report?
Yep. All right, so Bob just covered the numbers. As he said, 4UP's looking okay, trailing a little behind last year's numbers as far as passes and IDs. But money-wise, we're pretty much even for the year. So for the current calendar year, fiscal year, we're down about 140,000 at Smith and just about 9 or 10,000 over at Par 3. So hopefully once the course opens up later this week, we'll be able to start pumping those numbers up. So that'll be good. Been working with purchasing on getting the golf cart RFP out. That should be going out, I believe, later this week if it didn't hit the street today. But yeah, we are, almost a year ahead of when it ends. So we should be in good shape from the conversations we've had with the major companies. And that's all I've got.
That's enough time, because I keep hearing that golf carts are hard, just like everything else. There's a long lead time on them.
Yeah, they're telling us January. If we get our RFP out now, we'll have carts for January.
Okay, so there won't be any gap. Good. We can. I'll defer to Peter on that on the course opening. Peter, do you want to talk about opening the course?
Yeah, I think we're set to open June 1st.
That's a joke.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm down in Myrtle Beach. My flight got canceled today, but my guys are working. We're good. I want to get all the greens top dressed, aerated, and broomed in and get them all set and get the holes in. I'm hoping by the end of the week, but we'll see what happens. I'm got to talk with Yanni. Bob and I were going to sit down today and figure it all out, but the rains and everything else. But I've been delayed a little bit, so I can't give you a positive day for opening. But by the end of the week would be nice. I see the weather's going to be nice up there, so we'll look towards that. We did get a lot of tree work done. They did destroy some cart paths, so I just want to make sure the cart path on 1 is straightened out before we start letting people out there, if it is indeed cart paths only. The other thing is the rain should be fine. The bench on number 7, I've been talking with Jim, and we're going to look at that on Thursday. I don't know if that's new business, old business, about putting a sign up there. I don't have a problem with the sign personally. I don't know if anybody else does, but I think that's going to be new business.
Yeah,
other than that, yeah, it's the weather's been very good. Like I said, we can maybe do a soft opening this week, but if the cart path on 1 is not ready, then I'm a little leery of letting carts out there. And
I walked that yesterday, and it's pretty big. Whatever those trucks were that take those trees down, it's kind of beat up.
Yeah.
What do you put on that? Like, what do you do with that? Because now it's just really soft over there. Like, what would be the plan?
They laid a bunch of that processed material and rolled it today.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, good.
So it was looking a lot better, Pete, but I still think we got to see where they go.
Yeah, like I said, I was trying to get there today, but didn't.
Would you open it to walkers only, if necessary?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
Absolutely.
work around carts. We can get carts on free or something. There's a way to come up.
Okay.
Ahead of that. But I think it's going to be bad.
Oh, good.
That's great. All right. Any questions for? Anybody? Nobody? All right. Thank you, Peter. Anything else?
There probably is, but I can't think of anything right now, so I'll go with that.
All right. Well, thank you. All right. Moving along. Greens Committee. Not a whole lot.
No, I walked the course. I saw the same thing with how soft it was and everything. That was great that they rolled it and
yeah, they did.
I
was
been
worried
there
about
today.
it too.
Oh, there was snow yesterday.
I drove out there with the car.
It was, yeah.
There was a little less food today.
So, and hopefully that's it. I mean, it's supposed to be warmer, it's supposed to be nicer, so.
Yeah, it's funny because there was good and walking. So you get to like 2, and you're now in the shade, and the ground's hard. So Peter's got a tough task in front of him.
Absolutely.
Because you got totally different areas all over the course.
Bob, if they do a soft opening, how do you staff that? Like, it's kind of hard because.
I think if we go, we're going to go. He soft opening, I think, that he did one day, and then open it up.
Okay.
And that's what he did last year too.
So most of like Friday, you start doing
I
staff
think we
and
turn
then,
it on if we can.
Okay. Is that what you guys normally do?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we announced it like, official opening was one day, and then maybe we opened a day or two before that, but the official opening was like a day later or something
How
like
do you
that?
get tea times for the first day?
Go on now.
You know, as soon as we decide we're open, I'm gonna click it on.
Okay, you'll just,
And I know it's not fair or perfect, but
Yeah.
there's just no other way.
No, it's a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about
It's
it.
fine.
So do
Yeah.
you think Friday is what you're thinking?
I'm open. I'm open.
it'd be nice, right?
And like, to Keith and Pete's point though, he needs to take a look out there. There is some spots. that-
Right. And if he gets back tonight or
He's coming back,
tomorrow,
yeah.
yeah.
I think we'll have a good
Good.
walk through tomorrow and have a
Good.
good feel for it.
I mean, the biggest thing are the putting greens, right? Like, do you worry about opening them a little early if they start freezing up at night still? Is that the fear, right?
Exactly.
Because it really hurts them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It looks nice and mild though, the next week or so.
Yeah, but again, this is the normal time frame that we've opened every year.
Okay.
Really, it's literally like St. Patrick's Day is the target. So, I can't remember, I think you were the one
It was
saying.
the 18th
It was the 18th, was it?
Which would be the 18th this
That's
year.
so
this
funny.
Friday.
That's
Yeah.
funny. All right. Good.
Keith, you don't have anything on the long-term plan of the agenda. Are you and Anthony gonna do anything?
I mean, that's an oversight on my part. I meant to put it on there. We can discuss it in, what is it, other business?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right, that's a good point. I don't know why I didn't put that on there. All right, part 3, again, same. Would we open and this is a question for Peter, the part 3 course,
They'll
same?
go together.
Awesome, great, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be, we'll open at the same time.
great, that's good. All right, 50th anniversary celebration. There has been a lot of conversation on this since our last meeting with a lot of people, and it looks like now at this point we're probably going to forego the charity golf scramble and keep the other 3 events. And then Christine and the group are going to meet to kind of just lock down those 3 events and make sure that we can get it on the, and this is a question for Anthony. Anthony, when do we have to have everything done so we can get them on your brochure?
Oh, I would say by the end of this week at the latest. I know our brochure went to the designer last Monday, so.
All right, yeah, we want to get those on, so maybe you guys can meet
Yeah.
in the next day or 2, literally.
Sure. I'll come to the course.
Okay.
It just really needs to be.
We're close.
And just you and I yeah, but
And maybe someone from Park and Rec.
would someone from Park and Rec be available to come?
Anthony, somebody from your team be available in the next couple of days to meet at Boca?
For what reason?
Just to talk through the other 3. Now that, if we drop the charity event, really the question then becomes, are we making any changes to the other 3, or the other 3 good to go in their current form? Just to really kind of have everybody give a thumbs up to the final schedule of events.
Yeah, I could probably see if one of them's available. I mean, all we'll need are the dates and times, and we'll make sure we advertise it.
Okay.
So what are the 3 events now that you have settled on?
Well, the major thing is we're no longer doing the charity golf night.
Right.
So, and this is really Bob, he can explain it better
Sure.
because he's put all the time into it.
May 20th. I'm doing stuff off the top of my head.
I have it in
Okay,
front of me.
good.
I
May 20th
can
is
help
right.
you if you
We're going
know.
to do so it's going to be off of the first tee in the evening after play, and on the putting green, we're going to create a mini golf experience. And then off the first tee, using like a TrackMan device, we're going to do longest drive, straightest drive, and gesture drive, meaning like, so everyone has a chance, not just the guy who can hit it far. And we're going to use 1972 clubs, so wood drivers,
cool.
old balls, putters that aren't stuff like that. And then coupled with that is going to be a wine and craft beer tasting with live music and past heavy hors d'oeuvres.
$75 right now.
That's what we were thinking the price would be. We didn't know if you guys felt that was
I think
appropriate.
that Keith and I talked about some of the numbers, we thought the commission should kind of weigh in on how much it's gonna
Yeah.
be. So Bob suggested a maximum of 100 people, and
That's, both of those are based on
Yeah.
the restaurant. recommendation.
$75 a person. So for $75, you enter the contest, you get wine and beer.
So I think we got 20 different wines and 12 different beers.
And-
All,
So this is not gonna be a moneymaker at all? This is something that you just kind of break even just to have
no,
people
so
and
we're
experience?
hoping any of the extra money goes to a charity that we choose.
Okay,
But
okay.
that's not gonna be,
It-
that's
we
not
pretty
gonna-
much made them all break
It's not
even.
gonna be advertised as
Right.
charity.
What was Glow in the Green? What did we charge for that? Do anybody remember?
I don't know, Anthony might know. I think it was 25.
But there was no food, right?
No food, no.
Yeah, there was, but
It
there
was
was
25, and there were appetizers, and you got a drink ticket.
Yeah.
And do any of the staff from the rec department help before any of these events, or did you always?
No, my staff
Okay,
is not
I
going to
know,
help with
but-
any of this.
What did you say?
He said,
My staff is not going to help with any of this. They're happy to advertise, but they didn't plan these. They're not interested in helping.
But did they help in the other events?
Oh, they ran the Glow, yeah, absolutely.
The Glow event was their event. That's correct. They're still going to run that event this year as well.
You guys don't want to participate in the 50th anniversary stuff at all?
I don't believe that they have time to do that.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
just not so sure that Bob, as one person, is gonna be able to do this without staff help, right?
I feel like we can get it done between the restaurant and my staff.
Okay.
Basically, you just, that one's easy because they'll be able to tell who's paid by, because you'll get a glass. So, you know what I mean, it's just
Yeah.
registration table, so you get a glass, so, you know, I don't think it'll be that hard to police. But,
Which
I
of the
mean, we would
three-
love to, if anybody wants to
what-
volunteer to work the registration table, that would be a big help.
Yeah, we can all,
I could do
But it's
Liam
not-
will handle that.
I'm in.
But I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
that's gonna be.
Is it free beer?
No, your beer costs $75.
Yeah. We'll go through the other events and then we can kind of come back
Well-
to.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, my question was, have you spoken to Boca about how much it's gonna cost?
Oh, yeah, this is
This
basically,
is all mostly Bob and Yanni
Okay.
getting together. So
Yeah.
Yanni's very committed to these numbers.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
what is the cost to, for Boca to run this from their part? And how much,
there's not much wiggle there.
There's
There's
not
about
much-
$12 and,
okay,
Yeah.
$12 per person, I mean, that's,
yeah, I think
Times
we-
100.
I think we could make a little bit of
Yeah.
money for charity
Okay.
there, but I don't know. I don't know.
nobody knows, right?
How many people we're gonna get?
Yeah, and again, I don't want to be sort of the curmudgeon here, but I think the priority should be to get the price down to get more people than it should be to get the price up to donate to charity. That's just my suggestion. I'm curious what everybody else thinks.
No, that's along the same thought that I was thinking about. I mean, you definitely want to limit to 100 people, and you think we can get 100 people?
Why do we want to limit it to 100 people?
Well, that's what he said, they said limit 100.
We don't have to. These are just
I'm
suggestions.
just
Was
asking.
that
Yeah.
Johnny,
Yeah,
just for
and I
the,
think the wine.
how the thing is
Yeah.
gonna flow?
Okay.
And then the wine tasting
A lot of
people
people.
come in,
Yeah.
right, and they
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah.
have so much
Raise it
wine.
to 100, right?
I mean, is
That's
100, yeah, I mean,
I mean, if you go to any wine tasting or craft beer thing, the ticket is, I don't know. I mean, it seems like a fair price to me, but, we can definitely go back to them and say what can we do?
I mean, is 100 realistic? I
you're
don't
thinking
know,
about
I mean,
going
this
up.
is
I
like,
think about going, people?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna sell out.
okay,
I
okay.
think we're gonna be turning people
What
away.
is it, like a 5 o'clock type of thing? Is that-
Yeah,
is that what
6
you're
o'clock
thinking?
start.
6
I mean, is that
o'clock.
why, should we limit it then?
I mean, is it?
I mean, can we talk to Yanni?
I think he was worried about limiting it because he didn't want to shut down the whole restaurant for that. He wanted to be able to
Oh,
still serve the
really?
public on top. That was his
What
fear.
day of the week is it?
The Friday.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 6 o'clock, the plan would be, when would the event be over, and now you're inside the restaurant, the thought process?
Well,
7:30?
So it starts at 5, and then
Five.
6,
Starts at 6.
Starts at 6.
oh, it starts at 6, okay.
So I didn't want to lose any tea time, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and
Right,
that's a
the
good
Friday,
time.
yeah,
So
Friday.
if people work, they can go, right?
You show up, yeah.
Well, this is what the committee's for, guys. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
guys meet, but
Yeah,
let's
so-
get through the others.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And the next one, you want to do or you want me to?
I have it in front of me, do you want me to help?
Sure.
Okay. But he put all the work in, I'm just reading. June 17th, it's a 9 and dine disco. So it's a 6:30 shotgun, 9 holes, and afterwards, and there's a lot of like, horseshoes and hand grenades.
So that's a type of scramble that it's a wonderful event. Sometimes you get, on the odd holes, everyone gets to throw the ball one time.
Yeah.
On the even holes, there's a horseshoe around the hole. And if you make par or better, you can turn the horseshoe any way you want.
It's really fun. Yeah,
People love it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And this is really, I'm seeing couples do it together or making it worse than you want. And along that, we're going to encourage people to dress in their 70s garb. And then we're going to have a DJ and dancing and buffet-style dinner/carving stations.
Yeah, it sounds like a very high-end dinner.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah. So
And then
this
what's
is
the suggested price for that?
$125 per person. Starts at 6:30. So you're looking at a big night, an expensive night. You can also do $85 you wrote, right? If you just want to do dinner.
Just dinner.
And that doesn't include alcohol.
One drink coupon.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. We didn't include that.
So what do you think about the idea in general? Do you think people would be interested in doing that?
So why couldn't I just show up to the restaurant and go to dinner?
You can. You just have to give us $85.
No.
No, the restaurant will still be open. That's why we're limiting
Right.
the number.
Is that also a Friday night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
72
I could
players.
but I guess why would I want to do that? I mean, but I mean, I
72
guess
players?
you could do that.
Part of it is playing, but part of the event is you're playing the 9 holes. You're
Yeah,
part
then
of
you
part
have
of the event.
prizes that Bob's going
Right.
to announce, and everyone will
Yeah, right,
kind of
right,
get
more of an
in
event.
it.
Okay.
So there's a DJ
Yeah.
inside.
I'm reading your notes, so
Mhm.
6:30
DJ
shot,
Yeah.
6:30 shotgun starts to get late till 8:30 or
So
whatever.
6:30 shotgun, are you giving yourselves enough time for people to come in?
Oh, you're 17. The longest day of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, because 2 hours.
Maybe do it 6:15.
Yeah, but the way he does the fun, like if you're throwing
Oh,
balls,
it's quick.
it will take,
It's
it
quick?
goes fast.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
I mean, some of the women I play with for shotgun, it's not quick.
Yeah, but it is.
But bogey is probably the
It's
highest
quick.
score you can
Yeah,
get,
oh, yeah,
right?
we can.
One putt?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, there's many ways
okay.
to squeeze it.
Yeah.
All right.
Generally, in events like that, not many people are there to win
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
necessarily, so,
Okay.
So,
it's
what,
in
so
fun
I,
So if
spirit.
it's just till 9, wait, so
Oh,
it's,
that was the one before. This one's gonna have to go a little later.
yeah,
6:30 tee off time then?
Correct.
shotgun.
okay.
So then probably done at 8:30,
8:30, quarter to 9.
and then a very late dinner,
That'd be so bad.
right?
Yeah.
That's a late dinner. But it's a buffet, so you can come in and eat right away,
Correct,
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What do you think of $125 per person?
It's a little high.
I do too.
That's expensive.
That's what I thought. But it's funny, the other one didn't bother us as much. It's $75 per person. Because as a family, you're $150. This one, as a family, you're $250. Right? It kind of hits a different chord, maybe?
Yeah, the big difference is the course. You're using the course and they're not
Yeah.
using the
Right.
Right.
Right, I understand.
I mean, those are fair points, but are you gonna get the people that you wanna get?
And if you have, don't mean to cut away your third, but if you have 3 events, people are not gonna probably come to all 3. You're hoping to get maybe the people to come to one of the 3 throughout the year, is that the thinking?
Well, the other
Yeah,
one's
that'd
at the par tree.
It's a lot of money.
Well, the other one's at the
Oh,
par
right,
tree.
right.
So there's really only 2 events. Because I think that was everyone's concern last time. We were
Right.
really
Too
reaching.
many.
So I think 2 is nice. We just have to worry about the price. And I don't think getting 72 players, that's, how many foursomes?
18, 2 on each hole.
That's not that many.
All right, let me fill this out. And again, literally just spitballing like we all are. Do we drop one of the events, have one event at Smith and one event at the par 3, and call them the 50th anniversary, I mean, it's kind of weird to call one at the par 3 a 50th anniversary of Smith, but whatever. Do we do 2 events? And this is really what I was talking about with the committee, where I was saying, you guys all kind of get in the room. Like, do we want to do 3? Do they look the way we're talking about right now?
Yeah. Well, one thing we can
honestly,
do
we
is,
could talk forever on this.
well, we could put them
Right.
out there, and if we don't have enough attendance, we can cancel it.
Yeah.
There's no loss, especially the June 17th one. Like, if we say, oh, everyone has to sign up by whatever date.
We don't want to do that, though, because especially if we're putting it on the brochure. I don't want
Right.
to cancel it.
And I want you to do, are you doing a lot of the work for this? Is this
No,
more
I-
hours falling on you?
It's fine. It wasn't that much.
How much work do you
I
do?
personally think they're gonna sell out.
Bob's the DJ.
I think they're both.
I think they're gonna sell out. I think they're gonna sell out as soon as we put them out. You think
Yeah,
so?
okay.
Which, okay.
I think Fairfield is dying for
The
stuff
whole
like this.
world.
I can volunteer for the June.
People are saying that.
But I have a
Dress
wet,
up disco.
I mean,
Oh.
would you do it?
I can.
I probably would not do both, I might do one.
Right.
What's the 30 then?
I think you're gonna attract people that don't normally even play
But it's at the
Smith.
Park Street, it's like a
Yeah.
family.
My only
Well, I
question was the May 20th and June 17th. It kind of seems like they're,
A little too close.
Yeah,
Close.
that's
Well, we
a
could
good
move
point.
it to July now, because we lost the other, we could definitely move that one to
Not a bad
July.
idea.
That's a good idea, you might need
We
to
do
start a
have to do
little.
it.
No,
early.
that's-
Do it early. Yeah, we
Yeah.
go
We'll have to go to
We'll
6:30.
go
Yeah,
to 6, we'll move
yeah.
it to the first week of July.
Yeah, maybe, that would be good, to move.
Spread them out
it.
like
That's
that.
a good
I think
idea.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just earned your money.
I really didn't feel like doing I think that's.
Okay, so we'll talk about that
Yeah.
tomorrow, so we don't kind of waste, and then the last event is, go ahead.
So this is a family jamboree, I'm calling it, at the Par 3. Tea time starting at 3 o'clock, but we're gonna make it a carnival themed event. We're encouraging, any type of family to sign up at twosomes or foursomes. Go out and play, we'll have different prizes, but I plan on having, literally a dunk tank, pop the balloons, cotton candy, popcorn, the Boca food truck's gonna be down there, so.
Now, that one
I
feels-
think that'll get tons of parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But that
absolutely,
sounds like
that's
a lot
a
of
different
work. I think that sounds
demographic,
great.
yeah.
How
That
are
sounds
you
great.
gonna do all that yourself? Like,
I got a big staff.
What's the date for that one?
August
Oh.
12th.
I'm sorry. I know it, but I don't know it.
Thank God you're sitting.
August 12th, yeah.
I'm so glad that you emailed that.
That's a good idea.
But I think that one will be a big success too. Between all, like, I'm gonna tell everyone that comes to all the junior programs I'm doing from the beginning, I'm gonna be telling the parents about.
I mean, that's 80 people max, that's gonna sell it
Yeah,
really
that'll be
quickly.
gone.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
if we get a
so.
lot of demand, we can just move the start time up, because I'm doing tea times for that one, not shotgun.
Okay.
If we get a huge demand, we'll put another hour.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll just,
What's the price on that?
$30 a person, so.
Yeah. And these are things like, if this goes well.
I think that should be
let's
an
do that
annual.
every
And is
year,
that
right?
every,
That'd be nice.
so everything is included within that price? I mean, that's,
That's great.
What
That'd
about
be
the food
fun.
truck?
Yeah.
Oh, the food truck
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
wow.
They're gonna charge me for, hamburgers, hot dogs, and simple
That's
fries
a
and
nice
stuff
day,
on there.
that's a really nice.
No, that'd be great, and people will.
And what
People will.
what day of the week is it?
Oh, that's what happened.
It's also a Friday, okay,
We're gonna theme with the Friday.
yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so we're gonna get together,
I'm available,
okay,
and I know, Damon, one of the
and since it doesn't sound like really Parks and Rec will be there, we'll just make our time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk before you do,
Yeah,
okay.
and then just get whatever we're gonna get, so you can get it to Anthony, so he can put it on the brochure. Yeah.
Okay, and then once we have that meeting, I'll kind of communicate more with you, so
Fine.
you know where we are.
Sure.
Okay.
That's great.
And then can you send us something when she does
Yeah,
that?
or you can send it to everybody.
Yeah, or you can send, yeah,
But I just,
So
from
it
a
definitely
final
has to be
thought
updated.
perspective, because I think the real issue here is the money.
Yeah.
You know, I think we've agreed we're gonna space them out, but does everyone, if you look at the first event at $75 a person, too high, too low?
I mean, it's a little high, I think they're both a little high, but
Okay.
they're not beyond
Right.
sort of the realm of what.
So if we could get that to 60?
I think you throw 65 on there.
Okay, well, we have to talk, because we need,
At least gotta ask them what
Yeah.
it costs.
Yeah, right.
And I
because
just-
that, yeah, I mean, I agree that it's too high, but that's, you're including wine, you're including beer, and you're including heavy appetizers. Those are expensive.
Yeah, but you think you do that on your own, you have 3 drinks and an appetizer, that's $60.
Right,
That's $70 right there.
Yeah.
Exactly, right.
The only good thing is there's no golf included, so you're not having to pay the price for the golf course.
Right. But now that
I mean,
they
if you,
go,
but
I think we can move both $10 if you guys think it's gonna move.
well, the
needle.
125 one, I think,
Maybe
is probably
70, I don't know.
a little more.
The more I think
because
about it, it's not the best deal.
You're gonna have two
When
people.
you think about it up
at
there,
250.
it really is.
right.
Anywhere in town.
But you're gonna-
And then I would do it like I would do it with my husband.
Right.
Right, but you want-
250 is
Well,
it?
that's the thing, you're gonna come as a couple, a lot of people, so then you have to multiply that by 2.
Right.
It's a little more
That's a
expensive.
lot of
I'm finding
money.
myself into 75, to be honest with you.
Because you,
I don't
yeah.
think 75 is that bad, but,
Well, 250, but
but
again,
the 120.
you are playing 9 holes of golf, so
Right.
you're not really playing golf. Like, it's not really golf.
It's fun golf.
It's fun golf.
Yeah.
Which is real golf.
I agree, I just think
Yeah.
72 people in Fairfield, you're just not gonna struggle to get that.
Oh, I don't think so, no. I think the feedback I've gotten from anyone I've talked to has been, sign me up.
And it's a fun thing to do, it's a fun Friday night, right?
All right,
Okay.
well, do the 3 of you sit down,
Yeah.
figure out with
Right.
Boca, if there's any flexibility, if there's not, then I think we can probably still
Okay.
And then
Proceed.
figure out, if I may, figure out what help you're gonna need as far as volunteers.
Yeah.
And what we can't cover, let's figure out where we're gonna get these volunteers.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I'm happy to volunteer.
Yeah,
Anyway,
absolutely.
Other than the dog tank should be
Yeah. So is,
No, Peter.
is the Judy Van de Boca buffet, hot buffet menu, the $35 thing that she gave us, that Katie handed out when we bought it for a couple of
The
weeks ago?
June event is,
That's a fancy dinner.
yeah, it's a full-blown, 2 carving stations. It's not that normal, hot buffet you got.
Oh, it's not?
You got prime rib carving station.
Okay, that's better than the one after the.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
It's, I think.
So that's gonna be a really good meal.
Oh, yeah.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
But
Feel
late,
better?
Late.
Maybe feel better.
that's a little bit, it's the only thing I worry about is how late dinner will be.
Yeah. But, right, this
Sometimes
buffet,
It's fun to do these on a Sunday night, especially if you're gonna do couples, because you can go off at 5, you're back at 7:30, but we'll talk about it. Okay.
Right, but you're open, I mean, it has to, obviously, you don't have that much time, because
Well, we
that's
have to
within the
vote.
next week, right?
Well,
Yeah.
the biggest
But you-
issue is Boca being able for us and Bob's schedule on the
yeah, picking the
fourth
date and then locking down the number.
See, you're right, the other reason it's too bad for a Friday, I'm sure Boca relies on a Friday and Saturday night
It's a big
to
night.
get their customers in.
Exactly.
Right, and will people come if there's an event, I mean, yeah,
Well, you're gonna have a parking issue.
I'll tell you, Boca is very excited about Boca.
okay.
What's that?
Boca is very excited about
Yeah,
it.
they want people.
People will hang out afterwards, go to the bar.
Would there be a
Repeat
parking issue
customer.
on a Friday night? Yeah, but you always get
Probably
a
not.
kind of like a game.
You know, if couples are coming out, it's one car, it's not.
Right, that's
four.
true.
All right, so we'll get back to you and we'll have definite dates by, when does Anthony even by?
I said by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have them, Anthony.
All right, well, I'm going to go off topic and add an agenda item. Actually, I think I can do that with approval of everybody. Can I add the?
Yes.
Perfect.
Do we have to make a motion or no?
I think I can make, or somebody needs to make a motion.
I make a motion that we add the master plan
Yes.
to the agenda.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, right. Great. All right, I'll let Mike kind of
Well,
update everybody.
The project list is done, we've got all the projects put together, we've got cost estimates and priorities. There's a couple that aren't on there, but they're still low priority and they're low cost, it's no big deal.
Wait, I have a question for that. Who voted on the priorities as far as?
Well, right now, the priority is basically what was set by Bob, Peter, and me. And so we need to review that. And also we need, what I had suggested is that Peter, Bob, and I meet with Anthony and Keith, and we go through the whole rationale. Can we sell this? What do we think the payout's gonna be? What do we think the benefit's gonna be? One of the items on there, the cart path, the total cost for cart path came out of something in the neighborhood of $170,000. So basically, we do the course, which isn't bad. It's a lot less than what we thought it was gonna be. And so we may wanna just approach that as a unique, separate project. And if we do that, there's not much left except some new tees and some tree work.
But I think Priscilla's question was, could you just let us know how this goes? Like, step one, you meet with Keith, Keith agrees,
Well,
then
it's
you
whatever
come to
Keith
us.
and Anthony, all
no.
I did was put the list together.
But what-
So, yeah, there is no-
And we
this
did
is
our
just
best to prioritize it as we thought.
Nothing's
we are
happened
gonna
with the
vote,
list.
but
Yes,
we're
I mean,
gonna
right,
vote.
nothing has gone to the
Okay.
town, nothing has been presented, right?
Okay.
Right now, what Mike is doing is the hard work, which is collecting all of the items that need to be addressed based on the USGA report, Peter, Mike, Bob, and then kind of prioritizing in terms of what the USGA, but really, what is something that is, you know, is it a safety issue, is it a playability issue? And then we're gonna take that list, put numbers next to them as to what the cost is, and then what he was just saying is there a financial benefit to it? Is there something that we, you know, is there something that, you know, I don't think there's really anything on there that's going to earn additional money, like it's a range or something, but then we take that list and we figure out, we sit down probably with Anthony, we sit down and we say, okay, what's the best way to approach the town about getting this? And then we as a golf commission will have to present a list in terms of priorities. This is what the golf commission's list of priority items are for the golf course, and the dollar amounts that we think
Okay.
it'll cost. So we're not there yet, we're still.
Okay, no, that
collecting
was a
information.
much better explanation,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So I think really though, it's interesting that we got, because one of the things that, you know, that Anthony wanted to do also, which was great, was, you know, the car pass. And we got a quote on the car pass. And so that may be, because we have that quote, and that is probably a health and safety issue as much as anything else, because, you know, I know we've had some issues with accessibility of the golf course, is that that may be item number one, just, and kind of separate from from the plan, to be honest with you. It may just be that we take that quote, and again, I don't know, I have to talk to Anthony about really what the best approach is with presenting that to the town, and, because, you know, one of the things that Anthony and I were kind of talking about separately is that we go all in and we ask down for $160-something thousand, or do we piecemeal it out, which, again, I don't think piecemealing it out is probably the best approach, but that may be kind of separate.
Okay.
From the plan.
And the other big expense items on our more drainage work on the 7th, 6th, and 10th hole. That whole valley down there still needs to have drainage. The old 12-inch pipe that comes down from that wooden grate in the middle of number 10 down to the rock pile down by the pond, that thing's rotted out pretty bad. It's an original pipe. So those projects are, I don't recall the exact cost, but we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000 to do all that drainage work. And the rest of it is basically tree work, and I've put together a Google Earth map, and we've identified 5 holes that USGA recommends that we have more forward tees to get within the average driving distance of an amateur, a senior, a lady, or a junior. And I put the Google Earth maps together, and I've measured the distance. And so we know where we want to move 5 of the tees, which will pretty much bring the course in the conformance. I've got a copy for you if you want to take it over and look at it.
Absolutely.
But it'll bring it within conformance of what the USGA is recommending in general. There'll still be a couple of holes that are maybe 20, 25 yards. I took anything that was more than 50 yards too long and adjusted it to get it within the spec, if you will. So that's all built in too.
Does
But
that
frankly,
change the rating or slope?
Yeah.
It'll definitely change the slope rating.
They come back to do that?
We made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It will make it much easier, it will decrease the handicap for the women.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Well, I should
took
say the
all
right
the-
thing, swing speed, because
Atta
that's.
girl.
I thought
It's
that
all
was
about
so
swing
interesting
speed.
how-
That'll be
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make one of these for anybody tonight, but I went through each hole with a Google Earth map. Bob's got the whole course.
Well, I appreciate the work that you put into this.
Yeah.
Right. We put together where the tees are, and it cuts the course down from 5,300 yards to 4,800 yards.
Okay.
So it's
Why don't you send to the commission that and all, the list too, just so they all have the current state of the world? Yeah.
What's the slope of the women's tees right now?
Well, the handicap is 130,
I knew that.
Yeah,
Close
so
to 32.
132.
So what's it gonna go to, like 128?
I wouldn't want to play that.
I would bet, yeah. So we want to get away from limit, we're going to call it.
We can't,
Forward.
yeah.
All right.
One,
I know.
number 2, number 3.
But
We all
it's
do
just,
it, we do it.
I'm
definitely
about that,
the
yeah.
movement is to,
I still want to say red.
I would love to
Red,
make
red.
them numbers on the
Forward.
tees, right?
Yeah.
4,800 about average for a forward.
Yep,
for a
that's what they
forward.
recommend. That's what they recommend.
Is that the number in there?
Yeah. Like what we learned, the slowest swing speed person hits their average drive 140 yards.
140, close swing speed drive.
So if you think about it, if you're only hitting your drive 140,
Yeah.
the average par 4 should probably be about 210.
Yeah.
But the cost is changing on this, too, Bob.
Well, so those fortunately are more in the fairway area, so it's not going to be. I don't
So would
think
they
it's gonna
actually
be
make
that.
them
The
cheap
one that's gonna be difficult is on number 7, because we gotta dig into that hill.
But that's the one that,
But
We
all
need that.
all the rest of them, and you can see where I.
yeah, I'm surprised at a couple of these. I know, it's hard to talk about it because you don't have it in
Yeah.
front of you right now. Because 4 just got moved up, and then you're
Yeah.
talking about moving it up more?
No, 4, what USGA did is they looked at the scorecard.
Yeah,
Right.
that's that kind of error.
Oh,
They're
okay.
10 years old.
Okay,
We
right.
have it in the right
ladies' tee on the front of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the course should have been re-rated for the red tees previous to this, but
Yeah.
it hasn't been, so it's kind of like killing two birds with one
Well,
stone.
if you look at the fourth hole, I identified it as a current temporary tee. It's Greenwood, right there.
Okay.
So today we're scheduled to come out, to
But
re-rate.
that's not what the scorecard says, and that's what USGA.
CSJ was scheduled to come out and re-rate, but since we got talking about this,
Yeah.
I
That
think
makes
I've
sense.
convinced them to, if we get to a point where we agree we're gonna eventually do this, that they can rate it based on future. Because it is, the ladies do need to be re-rated.
Are
Yeah.
only the,
The
what
red
about the
tees.
white
I
tees?
know.
They're using it.
Sorry, forward tees.
So only the forward tees.
I do the same
I
thing
know.
all, and I shouldn't do it at all, and I do it all the time.
Well, we'll have to figure out too, what work, you know, Peter's team can
That's what I mean,
do,
like,
and
that's
what
not
work we need to get
really-
third parties
No,
for, and what the
right.
cost is.
Okay.
Because this would be overwhelming, to Peter's crew, to be able
Without
to do all
doubt.
these teams.
Right.
You know, so we have to kind of, this is the stuff that we all have to kind of just work through.
Right, and I don't even know, is Peter fully staffed at this point? I don't think he is he? I mean, he can't get anybody, I mean, and that
He is
makes it
having
hard
trouble with
too.
labor for sure.
Yeah,
That would be the negative.
yeah, we got that, Peter.
We're moving.
I'm surprised at 11, Mike,
I was surprised at that too, but that's exactly the way it works out.
that's interesting.
Yeah. 11
How much they moved that up?
was 65 yards over.
That's not a lot more.
No, it isn't.
I mean, we're on the same, all four tees are on the same tee
Putting the
box.
forward
Yeah,
tee
so
in
that's
front
clear.
of.
So
Right,
I could-
That's why, you're right.
That
Yeah.
puts it in
yeah.
front of the cart path on 11, so I
Okay.
moved that up to that.
Cool.
Because right now, that hole is 60 yards too long from the current forward tee, which is on the front of the tee box.
Yeah.
Correct,
I got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate this, thank you.
Sure. You know, we could send out the list, I'm not trying to keep
131.
anything a secret.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
I just didn't know, because of the fact that we hadn't worked it in the priorities and everything, I thought about
Yeah,
it.
you want to keep.
Yeah, I have the scorecard here, and the red, slope is 131, and the black is 128. So, yeah, that should be,
A little inverted.
off.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna play the red, I wanna play the black.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's designed for slow swing.
And then, right, and then the seventh tee, which is why it's a priority for those people with slower swing speeds, is because some of those with slower swing speeds take 3 or 4 shots to get to the
top of the hill.
top of that hill.
6 is,
7,
Seven.
7.
7, yeah.
So when you talk about that in relation to pace of play, that's a big slowdown area.
Right, see the
Here,
tee right
jump in there.
there, there, if we put that tee right there on
And a lot of people can't reach the creek
Then 7 comes down.
on
by
7 from the tee as it is now.
95.
Those with slower swing
95
speeds.
yards too long.
So-
Yeah, tee box way up on top.
So that's tough.
I forget about the tree.
And a lot of people can't.
You'd be surprised, you'd be surprised. And that's
Yeah, I would think
aside.
6 is the problem, right? But-
Well, 6.
Yeah.
We're
As
gonna put
an
it up on
aside,
top
it
of
was
the hill
so
up
funny,
above. Hmm?
because I was speaking to someone who's not a golfer, and I was talking about the difference, and I shouldn't say this, between the women's game and the men's game, and I think I mentioned it to you, and it's like a lot of men don't understand the women's game at Smith because it's just so different. And he goes, and yeah, men have a choice, depending on their swing speed, of 3 different tees,
Right.
where those with slower swing speeds that play the red, if they get even slower, there are no other options.
Or they could just go home.
Well, which is what I think, never mind, I won't even say it. But, right, so
Well,
that's,
we've had some of the men seniors play from the red tee.
But they should.
I know,
Yeah.
but that gives them the option.
Yeah.
So we gotta change the colors.
It took us,
No colors,
No
numbers.
colors,
No,
numbers.
yeah,
I like that.
That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Is
like
that where the golf world is going?
Oh, yeah.
it's
All
all
the
about,
American courses have numbers.
it's all about what your handicap is, right?
It's based on swing speed.
Swing speed.
And what we're gonna do, Bob's gotta,
We'll get a TrackMan, everybody has to use,
Right.
you gotta get a TrackMan before you.
I got a little radar, you can, I'm doing it with the seniors.
one of our league day events, he's gonna get out, and we're gonna measure every guy when he tees up.
Oh, my God.
Really?
That's supposed to be the-
They'll have more fun.
I don't wanna be
Once
there
people
the
get
whole
over it,
time.
they have
They gotta
so much
move
more
on.
fun.
I tell you,
When
when you watch some of these people hit off the black tees
Oh,
and they
yeah,
have
that's-
no
oh, I know.
business
I know,
being
that's
there.
crazy.
Yeah,
But-
it really does. And they're going right, they're going left,
They're
they're
looking for the
going.
ball on every hole, and you're
Yeah.
like, so why?
It's like, why are you doing
We have
that?
big egos.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that, you know, Mike, I was a little bit nervous coming into this meeting because I was a little nervous. So I thank you. I thank you for your work that you've put in with Bob, and
Yeah.
so I think
We've
we're
got a
headed in
list
the
of
right
about
direction.
40 projects.
Okay,
These are 5 of them.
right.
And the tree work, a lot of it, I haven't caught up with Peter, but quite a bit of it has been done this year. And will come off.
How many holes do you think they got through?
I'm sorry?
How many holes do you think they got through on the three?
I don't know, Bob, you?
We didn't get to quite as much as we had planned to because
Were they doing it
the
in order? I
equipment,
mean,
the equipment
I can't remember.
started causing a little more damage than we would have liked to
Yeah.
see. The ground thawed.
Yeah.
But, they did a pretty good amount of tree work.
Okay.
They touched hole 1 and 2, hole, 6 and 7. Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right.
Along that line, I'm sure you're gonna hear people say, well, why are you cutting down the trees?
Yeah.
I think the answer is USDA recommendations for agronomy purposes.
Doing work on the.
I don't think there's any trees that are in play.
I don't know if
That got
they,
touched.
I don't think they got the 9.
I don't think so either.
No. They were gonna take the big tree at the, dog lake.
On the right side?
On the right side, yeah, just beyond the bungalow.
We gotta trim some of those
And then
left
some
side.
of the ones along the
Yeah.
footpath up by the tee boxes.
Yeah.
Those come out.
I know.
Yeah, where the
9.
Yeah.
faster
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
swing speed players tee off from, that's a hard tee shot
Yeah.
with the trees all along the left side there. There's not a
Yeah,
lot of
the
room to
window's
go in.
this wide.
Yeah, literally.
It's not as bad from the forward.
From the slower swing speed
And then that
tee.
trap is right there.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no.
I mean, it's
Sitting in that
still kind
trap.
of.
I mean, I can still find the left side woods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
everybody.
hitting up hills is good.
All right.
Get rid of all the trees.
That's fine.
Lake Square.
Open it up.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'm gonna move on to, there's no new business, so we'll move on to communications. And I don't have a lot of background, so if anybody here has more information than I do on this, that's great. And maybe it's Peter, actually, but, so Kevin Kuzo Memorial Bench, his father, Jim Kuzo, is looking to put up a sign and then, I think, maintain an area around the bench. Peter, maybe you can kind of just summarize where we are with that right now?
Well, the bench is ready to go. I'm in contact with Jim, and we're going to meet on Thursday morning. And we got I found a nice place there because I don't know if anybody knows that, but there's 2 people's ashes buried in that little circle there around 17. So I didn't want to disrupt that. So, but there's an area forward of that where we can put a nice little patio or whatever. They want to maintain it. They got a landscape company, and they want to put a sign up, and they want to put a sign up. We got signs up all over the place. That does not bother me at all.
Okay, all right, so if you're comfortable with it, and you and Jim know where you want to put it, I mean, I guess I don't have any objection to it. I mean, yeah.
Do we make a motion?
Done here.
Yeah.
Just do
you
it
want
to
me
be
approve
safe,
it?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Or I'll make a motion that we approve the area on the 17th.
Yep. Second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, that's unanimous. All right, great, you can let Jim know that we talked about it and that we were all in favor of it, and it sounds like a great project.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to meet with him Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, and we're going to find a spot for it. And the bench is all set and ready to go. I did get one for Diane Warren, and it says it's supposed to go into the one of the butterfly gardens, I guess. But I'm not quite sure where they want it. I just got the plaque and to put on the bench, and they said butterfly garden, so I'm not quite sure. There's butterfly gardens out front, and there's butterfly gardens out in the back, so I'm not quite sure where they want it to go. So.
All right, well, keep me updated. Let me know when you talk to her about which one she picks.
You got it.
hate to go backwards, but they had a theft of the equipment at the shed up at the golf course last month. What's become of that? Did we get it replaced, or did we? I mean, how bad did that hurt?
Peter or Anthony, maybe Mike Harrington was asking about whether there were any equipment that we had to replace after the theft that was there, or whether we were able to just kind of make do with what we have, or what came of that.
I'm not quite following. What I didn't hear what you said.
The $10,000 of equipment that was stolen out of the maintenance shed, how, has that affected you at all? Are you concerned about that going forward? What's going on with it?
No, we replaced it. That's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal, obviously. I'd like to know who that took it and how they got in there, but anyway, we got all sorts of security cameras in there now. It's closing the barn door after the horse got out, but it's $10,000. We replaced a lot of the stuff, and police have to report, and
okay.
It is what it is.
Did insurance take care of that?
What's that?
Did insurance take care of that?
Well, eventually, maybe like 2 years down the line, we'll probably get repossessed. I mean, because I don't know, that's the way things go around here.
I don't think that.
Yeah. All right, moving on to public comment. There's no public here in the room. Anybody on the phone that would like to make a comment?
If you're looking to make a public comment, you're going to have to do a *6 to unmute yourself, because I don't know who needs to be unmuted.
All right, hearing none. Thank you, everybody. I will accept the motion to adjourn. Second? Everybody? All right, Dan. Thank you, guys.